Hey everyone, it's Lisa Neller here. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024, if you're watching this on the replay. And 23 years ago today, our country experienced a tragic and horrific event, an attack on the World Trade Center, our country, and our civilians. And I'd like to just take a moment and pay respects to those victims, and then invite you all to pray for all the survivors who have lived this loss every day. Today, I held an event which had nothing to do with the September 11th attack, but I happened to pick today to do it. And the event was the journaling jam session or pop-up that I did locally here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I wanted to create an event like this for a few reasons. One is I wanted to create a community of people who want to experience life on a deeper level and to learn how to journal in the most helpful of ways for healing, growing, changing, and potentially leading. Also, to experience journaling in a variety of ways, because there's no one way to do it. There's a million ways to journal. And I find that journaling is a great self-coaching tool, which I'll talk more about another time, the self-coaching piece. But it's just a great tool for your mind. And so anyway, today was my first event that I've ever done like this. And I invited a lot of people through social media. I announced it through social media. I invited some people personally, and I had no idea who would show up, if anyone. And I thought to myself, if no one shows up, it's fine. I'll just do a Facebook Live, and I will share the content through Facebook. And of course, I'll share this on other channels as well. But I did arrive to my place, which is at Paris Baguette in Scottsdale. And one person showed up. So I thought, all right, I have a person, yay. And then interestingly, there was a gal sitting not too far from us at a table by herself. And I just leaned over and said, hey, are you just hanging by yourself today? And she said, yes, my husband is having a procedure. I'm just waiting for him. And I said, well, come and join us if you'd like. I mean, we're just doing this journaling thing. And I have extra paper and pens, so if you want to join us, that would be so fun. And so she did. She came over and she joined us, so there were the three of us. And I know that this event is going to grow. So first of all, as the weather gets nicer and more people hear about it, the more people are going to join us. Plus, I'm going to do them online as well in the evening so that those of you who are working during the day could attend an evening Zoom session. So I'm going to do that on October 9th in the evening. And when I have that registration all set up, I'll add that link to underneath this video. So I'll just kind of tell you what we did today, and also encourage you to participate on your own if you want to. So the first thing we did was introduce ourselves. It was a very small group, and if we had like 10 people or 15 people, it would have been a really quick intro, right? Just name one or two things about yourself or whatever. But we had a little bit more time to get to know each other, which was really fun. And then I asked them to tell me a little bit about their journaling experience and why they came to the event. And then something unique about themselves. So from there, I went on to starting some journaling prompts, and that's really the meat of the event. And the first journaling prompt was going back to 9/11 in 2001 to write down words that you remember that come to you from that event. Not sentences, not paragraphs, just words. And I'll give you an example. So for me, the words that came to my mind were morning, family room, yoga, meditation, sister, phone call, TV, shock, husband, kids in school, Costco, and sadness. And I'll just tell you why I said Costco, because that afternoon on 9/11, I went to Costco, and it was so eerie and I saw a friend of mine who's a very spiritual person, and we just locked eyes, and then we just embraced. And then after, I mean, there was just still so much unknown and shock and sadness. So we talked for a few minutes, and then I believe the rest of the evening we were on the TV just watching the news. That's kind of what we did. So I will invite you to do the same thing. Just write down, 5 to 10 words that come to your mind of that day. And just as a remembrance, I thought since we were doing the event on 9/11, it would be a good thing to just remember. Now, the second prompt was to take one word of those words that we wrote down regarding that day and just write for 5 minutes about that one word. And everybody, of course, has different words and different experiences. And also the instruction was, don't write about that day. Just take that word and write anything you want about it for 5 minutes. It's just an exercise, not a big deal, but different, right? Different than just going, well, I had breakfast at 9 a.m. this morning, that kind of thing. Okay, so the second prompt, the major prompt, was what are 4 words that describe your life right now? Oh, by the way, after we did the writing of the words and after we did the writing of the one word, we shared. So if anyone wanted to share, we just shared. Okay, so you're not going to be able to do this here because it's interactive. But if you do want to, say something in the comments, feel free to do that. But the next prompt was, what are 4 words that describe your life right now? And write down those 4 words. Then the next prompt was to pick one of those words and spend the next 5 minutes writing about that word. And it could be anything that comes to your mind. So one of my 4 words was grandparenting, because that's one of the 4 words that describes what I'm doing now. And I just wrote all about grandparenting, my grandson and all that kind of stuff, and all the joy that we're experiencing from that. So that was our content today. That's what we talked about. And that went from 9 till 10:30. And there were only 3 of us. So as that group expands, we'll still share. And then we'll just kind of play with that and see how much time we have for people to share. And like I said, we're just going to play it by ear. So the next journaling pop-up session, and I've already said this, I believe, is October 9th at 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. And then if you're interested in that, you can direct message me. You could leave a comment below, or you could send me your email, or you can wait for me to put the registration link underneath here, which I do not have ready yet, but I will soon. Okay, so tomorrow, just FYI, if you're watching this on September 11th, 2024, tomorrow I'm doing my Life by Design Masterclass. So that's 45 minutes to an hour of me sharing my thoughts and ideas about creating your most extraordinary life, like making your life a masterpiece, which could really take up an 8-week course, but I'm going to do it in an hour or less. And I'm going to put that registration link below as well. So if you're interested in joining me, now that's free and it will be recorded on Zoom. So if you can't make it tomorrow, that's fine. I will send you the recording, but you'll have to register in order to get the recording. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this journaling jam session with me. I hope it gives you some food for thought, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the next one. And have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. All right, thanks for watching.